Part 1 of this series on the Gamkaskloof Road includes the Google Earth orientation animations as well as the first 5.3 kilometers of the route. The road is officially called the Otto du Plessis Road, but most people call it the Gamkaskloof Road or the road to Die Hel. This road has to be one of the most iconic gravel roads in South Africa, holding almost pilgrimage status to gravel road devotees. It winds through 37 kilometers of rugged mountain scenery, culminating in the Vertigo Rush single-width Elands Pass and terminates in the Gamkaskloof, reminiscent of a lush oasis and paradoxically nicknamed Die Hel. Drive up the magnificent Thomas Bain-built Swartberg Pass from either Prince Albert in the north or via Oudtshoorn in the south. In the middle plateau section of the pass, about halfway between the summit and the Tierberg view site, a narrow gravel road heads off into the west along a long valley. The signboard reads Gamkaskloof Die Hel, 37 kilometers equals 2 hours. This is the Swartberg, one of the oldest mountain ranges in the world. Scientists have calculated that it was originally more than 7,000 meters high, but erosion has worn it down to its current height. This drive, together with the Swartberg Pass, will provide the finest views of the geology, flora and fauna of the area. Within 100 meters from the start, you'll see a stone obelisk on the left-hand side. The inscription, translated from Afrikaans, reads Otto du Plessis Road, unveiled by the administrator, Mr. N.J. Malan, on the 9th of August, 1962. This is the eastern start of the Gamkaskloof. The route is a dead end, so allow 5 hours to complete the journey there and back, as the road is substandard, slow and convoluted. It is possible to complete the trip in a normal sedan vehicle, but a bakkie or an SUV is a much safer option. This route is not recommended to be driven in a single day. Rushing through here is sacrilege. Due to its length, we've produced a multiple-part video set to help orienteer first-time drivers. We discourage anyone from trying to complete this as an out-and-back drive in a single day due to the slow average speed of around 25 kilometers per hour. Besides the time issue, it would be a shame to have to rush through this magnificent part of South Africa and not have the time to allow the Gamkaskloof to work its magic on you. This video contains telemetry overlays which adds a lot of value to the viewer experience. Starting top left on the screen and working anti-clockwise, the gauges are as follows. GPS map with a north anchor. Compass showing magnetic heading, the altitude in meters, the elapsed time, the distance in kilometers, speed in kilometers, an HUD display which stands for heads-up display. This is normally used in aircraft. This gauge shows side tilt, gradient, both up and down, horizon, as well as serves to show how bumpy the road is. Next, there's a course-up map, and finally, the date and time of filming. The Gamka River carves its way through the Swartberg range along the north-south axis, several kilometers north of Calitzdorp. Other than the Seweweeks and Meyringspoorts, it's the only other ground-level poort through the mountains in that region. However, due to the geological complexities of the poort, in terms of its almost vertical cliff faces, narrow width, convoluted path, and propensity towards frequent flooding, the building of a proper road through it was deemed not to be feasible. This is truly a long and winding road. It contains 201 bends, corners and curves along that 36.6 kilometers, which averages out at 18 bends per kilometer, and those statistics exclude the 8-kilometer flat section along the valley known as Die Hel. The road will climb a total of 1,049 meters and descend 1,854 meters over a series of small and big passes in a general trend from 1,441 meters in the east to 570 meters in the west at the bottom of the Elands Pass. It's normal for drivers to become fatigued on this road, and motorcycle riders usually end up exhausted. Such is the concentration level required. Accidents happen when drivers become tired. We recommend stopping regularly along this road for a leg stretch, take some photos, or just marvel at the serenity and breathe in the clean mountain air. There are no shortage of beautiful places to take a rest. More importantly, we suggest spending at least one night at Die Hel and more if you have the time. To drive or ride this road out and back in a single day is not sensible and will greatly detract from its many attractions. Part 1 of this multiple-part series covers the first 5.3 kilometers from the eastern start off the Swartberg Pass to the first mini-pass at the 5.3 kilometer point. If you have the luxury of picking a perfect time to drive this route, springtime is undoubtedly the best. The mountain fynbos and proteas will be in bloom, and the streams and waterfalls will be on full display. At the start area, you can enjoy a full 360-degree panoramic view of the ancient Swartberg Mountains. Amongst several signboards near the start, there is one informing you that you're entering a protected area, namely the Swartberg Nature Reserve, and that you need to familiarize yourself with the rules and regulations pertaining to the reserve. Besides the obvious rules about littering, noise, not removing any plants or other material, perhaps the most important rule is that no fires are allowed. Mountain fires can have devastating consequences to the whole region, so please never break this rule. The first 3 kilometers are fairly easy going as the road heads westwards over the valley floor. You'll have time to enjoy the mountain scenery on both sides of the road. Up ahead, at the 11 o'clock position, a prominent peak can be identified. This is the 2,003 meter high Swartberg. Don't miss part 2 of the Gamkaskloof Road.